Oops, they definitely didn't fall in the bin that's down there. Hello guys, happy December. I am all decked out. I've got my, it's not gonna focus, but I've got my snowflake necklace. I've got my robin jumper. I've got my Christmas bow earrings. It is December. Let's talk about my TBR. Contrary to this, I'm not reading any Christmas books. Bear with me. So, I don't have any. I do not have any Christmas books. I think last year before, I think 2018, I read A Christmas Carol on Christmas Day, which was great, but I don't have any more Christmas books. So instead, you're getting my regular ass TBR. There's only one book on this TBR which I'm like, yeah, I'd like to read it in December, but it doesn't matter if I don't finish it. And the rest, like, I need to fucking read. So, let's get the doesn't matter one out of the way. And that is A Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. So this was on my November TBR. And the reason I'm not so bothered is because it's big. This is big. I'm 125 pages into it as of filming. I love this bookmark, but it's very noisy. And it's really, really interesting, don't get me wrong, but this is a 700 page book, I think? Yeah, 750 pages. And it's a memoir, and it's going to be quite heavy, given Mandela's life. So this isn't something that I'm like, I've got to finish it before 2021, but I'd like to read some more of it. So it's on the TBR, and we'll see. Then for another book that I've started, and this one I do definitely want to finish / need to finish, because fucking hell dude, read it. The Song Rising. So this is the third book in the Bone Season series. I have read one each from this series, 2018, 2019, and if I finish this fucking thing, 2020, and then the fourth book's coming out in 2021. I mean, I haven't read the novella yet. Leave me be, I'll get around to it. I need to finish this. I got 132 pages into it in November, and I am going to finish this in December. I'm going to finally finish it. So far, I'm predicting this is going to be a 5-star read. I'm adoring it so much. Everything is so interesting. I'm 100% into it. So, need to finish it. Oh god, what's it about? The Mandela autobiography was easier because it's like, if you don't know Nelson Mandela, he fought against apartheid in South Africa, which is like a massively racist system. Google it. This one, third book in the series, so I can't tell you too much, but it's a kind of urban sci-fi fantasy where we follow someone who has these powers, and it's actually illegal to have these powers, and the people who have them are hunted down and killed. And we follow a girl who actually finds out what happens when these people are hunted down, and we learn more about the background of the system, we learn more about the world. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's great. And it's going to be a 7-book series, and book 4 is coming out, and I have it pre-ordered in the correct copy. I need to get the like matching copy for this in hardcover, you know, with the purple. If anyone knows where I can get it, please let me know, because I need to buy it. Then the next book that I'm reading is my last reread for the BookTube Rereadathon, hosted by Abi Mac Reads and Alex Black Reads. Guys, that's too similar. And so this is the 4th book in the Pellinor series, which is The Singing. So again, I can't tell you too much about this. I have been rereading one of these each month for the last 4 months of November. The last 4 months of the year. 2020 has been a fucking mess. I obviously can't tell you too much about this. This is the roundup of the series, but for the first one, which is The Gift, we follow a young girl called Myrad who is taken out of a slave cot by a magician. They get called bards, so it's like medievally magician, to give you kind of like the vibes. And we follow her exploration as they figure out how she is important to this world. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I love it. This is going to be a 5-star read. Like, I can tell you right now. And I'm so excited, because if you watched my November wrap-up, I read the 3rd book, The Crow, and that's from the perspective of her brother. And this book switches between the perspectives of the two of them, and I used to not like her brother's perspective. Boy, has that changed, so I'm so excited to read this and love both perspectives, because I literally used to mark it. Where is it? There we go. So this is one of the things here, which I'm not going to focus because effort, but I used to literally mark, this says hem, it's his name, and I would mark out where his bits were and where Myrad's bits were, and I wouldn't read any, there's one of Myrad's ones, and I wouldn't read any of Hem's bits. When I reread the book, I would skip them. So I'm looking forward to actually fucking reading the book, because like, past Abi, what the fuck, dude. And then we have the 2 books that I need to read. So first up, we have Seasons of War by Skullduggery Pleasant. So Derek Landy has announced the next book in this series. I think it's Dead or Alive, which will be coming out in 2021. So I need to get my butt in gear and actually catch up on this. This is like the 13th book in the Skullduggery Pleasant series. It's a very long series, but I adore it so, so much. It's an urban fantasy set in Ireland. It's set in our world, but there is magic within it. We follow a skeleton detective and a young girl who discovers this magical world, and we grow up with her. So in the first book, she is 12, 13, and by this point she's like my age, 24, 25. 13-book series does kind of progress quite a bit. I can see why it would be intimidating to start the series, but I definitely do think you could read like the first 3 and like leave it there if you wanted. I don't think you would want to, but I think you could. It is actually split into 2 parts, so the first 9 books are like a series of their own, and then this is like the second season of it. I need to read this. It should be a quick read. I had thought about, yes, no, that's a secret TBR. But yes, it should be a quick read despite it being 500 pages, because I adore the writing, I know the style so well by now, I know the characters, I know the plot, so I've marked off the pages to just be like, dude, read. Like, it's only 500 pages, read. So yes, I need to get to this. And then the last book that I do need to get to is The Book of Dust, The Secret Commonwealth by Philip Pullman. Whom? Why? What are you even fucking flying? I live under the flight path, but it's been so quiet because pandemic. Anyway, this is the second book in the prequel trilogy, The Books of Dust, or The Book of Dust, by Philip Pullman for the His Dark Materials world. Now, I really enjoyed the first book, La Belle Sauvage, and I'm really looking forward to reading more about the Secret Commonwealth. That's the receipt. Yes, I'm really looking forward to reading more in this one. This jumps quite a bit in time, I do believe, so obviously the last one jumped back because it's a prequel, but this jumps to like in the middle of the 2, so I am looking forward to seeing that and seeing how it develops. But I have a video saved in my watch later. I haven't watched it yet because it is like a spoiler filled review. The reason I also looked it up is because I know Eleanor's first name, Nick Bater. I'm so sorry, Eleanor. Anyway, she's lovely. She's Scottish, so I love her even more. Half Scottish, not just weird fetishization. Yes, so she hated this. Is what that was all to sum up. She read this, she hated it, and I want to know why, but I also, like, I'm really hoping that we disagree and that I love this, because I did pre-order it in the beginning of the year. I got this in, no, oh my god, I got this in Portsmouth. I moved back to this house from Portsmouth in August of 2019. Dude. So yeah, I need to read this. It's like 700 pages long, but it is middle grade and the writing is a decent, no, that receipt keeps on to fall out. The writing is a decent size, so I don't think it should be too bad in terms of like getting through it, and I just hope that I like it more than Eleanor did, and then I can finally watch her video. I've been waiting to watch that for like months. And those are, oh well, now they're in an inconvenient pile because the big ones are on the top, but those are my December TBR books. I only managed 2 books in November, so I don't know how this is gonna go, because these are all like chunkers, apart from the Song Rising, which I'm already part of the way through, so I'm not entirely sure how well this is gonna go. But I do have from Christmas Day, so I work Christmas Eve, and then from Christmas Day until like the 4th of January, I'm off. So hopefully I'll be able to like get in a lot of reading then. So yes, leave me a comment with the Christmas tree emoji down in the comments below. What the fuck is that? I'm an ood.
Would you like a drink, sir?
Leave that down below, as well as let me know what are you doing for Christmas. I know it's really weird this year, but let me know what you're doing. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, and if you don't do it, whether it's religious or just like for the festivities, let me know. Do you have any plans for December? I know that we are still in a bit of a global pandemic, but let me know. Have you got any plans? And thank you so much for watching, guys. I am gonna go get my fucking arse in gear and read some of these books because, oh my god, that's a big TBR. I mean, like, I know it's not, but like, for me.